All right, we're going. Hello, everybody. Welcome into True Bants. I don't remember what episode of True Bants this is, but we're here.
5 or 6, I think.
I think it's 5.
Might be 5, might be 6.
The Monday after special because we just recorded an episode yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell, we don't have any music.
Oh, Shiza. You want to take care of that one? I'm nowhere near my computer.
Not particularly.
Okay, let me grab my computer. I'll see what I can find. What do you want? Something calm? Something serious? What are you looking for?
Something calm, something that's not fucking irritating would be perfect.
I can't promise you the latter, but I can probably get you the former.
I busted this no swearing rule. I was 10 seconds behind.
Aw, we can't get monetized on this now.
Oh well. We have 650 new viewers and none of them have subscribed.
Yeah, that hurts, guys. Could you please subscribe?
I don't know if they're reoccurring viewers. They are.
I'm willing to bet some of them are people who let their YouTube play at night while they're sleeping.
Hey, whatever, that works.
Views are views, man. I ain't gonna bitch.
I ain't bitching neither, but
Our yearly total doubled in 2 days.
Yeah, so
Talking about, we had topics. I don't remember where they went.
our channel, you and me, private Discord.
No, I was in the group. Because then Trucker started yelling at me for having dreams about watches.
Right, Trucker being a dick.
Trucker hates my watches.
no. The only special thing about the watch is that it has an extra chronometer dial in it that tracks the phases of the moon. And I will forever say, if you want to know what the moon looks like, go outside at night and look up.
What you have to know about Trucker is he was actually born in this magical little area where no clouds have ever once covered the sky ever for any reason. So Trucker doesn't know what a cloud is. So that's why he thinks that you can just do that whenever you want.
Alrighty, there you go. You got something nice and simple going.
I mean, my guy, like, you get a night where you can see what it looks like. A few days go by, and if if you're in the wax
Hey,
or the
Trucker?
wane period, you have a good idea what it looks like.
Let the boy dream, Trucker. Just let him dream.
$11,000 for a watch is really stupid.
It is, but it's a dream. This isn't like a, hey, I'm gonna get this when we get the money. This is
No.
if we ever got the money, I'd love to get this because it's my dream. There's a fudging difference.
You don't understand. If I have the money, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you did. And if I know if you needed a cosigner, you'd probably hit me up and say, Flame, you're cosigning this for me. Wait, why? Because you said you would. Okay.
Yeah, but it's $11,000.
Just let him
Let's
have it,
just
Trucker.
say it's
Just let him have it.
$11,000. There are a million other things you can buy that are much more practical than a watch with an extra chronometer dial with the phases of the moon on it.
See, this is why you can't get a girl. You don't let the astrology bitches have fun.
No, you don't want to do that. That is a horrible time.
Astrology is literally just wishful thinking on a delusional scale that shouldn't be indulged in.
So, anyway, we do want to say thank you to everybody for being here with us. This has been just because we like to complain because we're white guys in our 20s, we're 20s and 30s, we're going to complain no matter what. The fact that we even have 26 people that watch us and get the likes and the views that we get is beyond what we ever expected, so this is pretty great.
Amazing and astounding, and we love all of you.
especially it's really great hearing some of the stories because we've interacted with a few of you before. TW King's story is quite amazing. That was just
Yeah.
very
we love
fortunate.
we love all of you equally, even if you want to spend $11,000 on a pointless
Yeah,
watch.
if you want to spend $11,000 on a watch, you are just as special in our heart as somebody who won't even spend $5 on a refrigerator magnet, which is hilarious because truckers watched me do that.
Yeah, like took this dude and his
Everywhere.
girl to an amazing pizza joint, and then they have all these lovely little souvenirs, refrigerator magnets, one that looked like Han Solo and carbonite, all these interesting little souvenirs and knickknacks, and he's just like, "Nah, I'm not gonna get anything."
No, I did buy a
It's like,
magnet.
it's like, dude, just buy a magnet, and then he bought a magnet.
Yeah, I did exactly what you told me to do. I bought a magnet. And then I bought one unprompted. Nobody had to bully me into it. I bought one unprompted at the Stanley Hotel, and then I bought the same shirt that I'm wearing today, the Nunn Colorado Gun
Oh,
Range
oh,
T-shirt.
by the way, you know that bottle of whiskey I bought at the hotel?
Yeah,
Not worth it.
really?
So very not fucking worth it.
That sucks.
Like, I opened it, it smelled great. But then I took a sip of it and I'm like, oh, God.
Pure gasoline like Jameson.
I wouldn't say it's like Jameson, but man, like, I've had super strong whiskey before. Like, I have a bottle of Gentleman Jack, or had one. And that's like single barrel 62, 62%, 130 some odd proof, right? Well, that was much more enjoyable of a drink than that Spirit Hound whiskey that's made right there in Lyons, Colorado. And no, we're not sponsored. I don't think they would sponsor because their whiskey tasted like shit. But
Well,
it's
that's the
they
thing
call
about
it
us
bottle.
is we're we're not going to allow ourselves to be sponsored by something we don't like. So we'll talk shit about products we don't like. I don't care.
And it's bottled in bond, and in the United States, that means they barrel aged it for like the minimum amount of time, probably in some really hot warehouse, and then they put it in a bottle, let it sit in that bottle for a year, and then they sold it.
However, speaking of sponsors, if a giant oil corporation wants to sponsor us, we won't say no. That's a lot of money.
Except BP.
Yeah, sorry,
Except for
BP.
BP, I would tell BP they could fuck off and all for what they did to my home state.
I'm not a big fan of Exxon Mobil either.
I will go to my grave never buying gas from a BP gas station.
Well, especially since a lot of their gas stations water their gas down, so.
It's not only just that, but South Park approximated their response to the Deepwater Horizon disaster very adequately because outside of the state of Louisiana, no one really paid attention, but in Louisiana, BP basically, pulled that "we're sorry" sitting on the
We're
fur rug in
sorry.
front of a fireplace as they, rub their nipples in counterclockwise circles. Yeah, that was about the response that they got or that we got from them. Completely destroyed our fishing economy. You could not like put a boat into the Gulf for like a year
Yeah, they fucked some people up with that. They really did.
because anything you caught was gonna have, either a sheen on it or it's been eating shit that had oil on it. And you can't be selling, you know, fish that have been eating oily shit. You just
Dude.
can't do it. And
But
although that show, Swamp People, never really talked about it, the BP oil spill also fucked up alligator hunting
oof.
for like 3 years in the state. And the alligator populations actually started to get out of control.
But
So,
speaking of money, we've started crafting some things for Subscribe Star. We're going to record histories of, and we'll do the history of each of the continents in True Realms. We'll probably start out with Kathos just because I have it done. So look forward to that eventually. To the one person who's actually subscribed to our Subscribe Star.
I guess I could start doing stuff like that for mine too, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you'd have to.
I've already got some technically.
The thing is Flame will have to give me access to the Subscribe Star, and then you and I will have to record it together
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
I have the recording so I can actually upload the stuff.
I need to take a look at that, see how we, share that stuff. Like, can I share the password, or like, do we have to get big enough again to the multi account? Like, old fucking Patreon.
I mean, just for like, interesting little history tidbits. Because I
Yeah, but I
thought,
put it on the Subscribe Star.
oh, yeah, okay.
But I mean, there's really no point in discussing the Subscribe Star any further. We've only got the one idea so far, and we're working on other ones, but we haven't. We're busy. Flame's looking for a new job. I'm trying to get through college at the tail end of this, and Trucker's job is, well, trucking, so I don't think I need to explain that any further. So, we're trying. We're really trying. I went on a big schizophrenic art share and accidentally shared AI art for a second and then got rid of that on our Twitter, so that was good. But I mean, I started getting active on Twitter again today, so there's that. I think I'm the only one
Yeah,
here.
that AI shit's getting a little scary.
It's starting to get a little too good at its weird art theft because I didn't even know that it was AI until I read the comments. I'm like, uh-oh.
I mean, it's getting to the point where they're starting to use programs that actually scan images because it's getting that good, that scary.
Getting really good at making music, I'll tell you that for free. Uh, I've been making shitpost
You're
songs for the last few nights with it. I don't know if I should share some of the ones that I have created, mostly just the titles or what they're about.
I'd be a little I'd be a little careful with the one.
The one is hilarious. That's the best one.
Bright nights.
That one's awesome.
Did you get the one I sent you on TikTok where somebody did an AI song about being a regular at a Waffle House?
Yeah, that one. I've heard that one before. That one's good.
Scarily good because it's accurate. And speaking of Waffle House, did you see how the internet has tried to convince the guy that does Street Fighter to have Waffle House as like a bonus fighting stage?
Yeah, and he said he was very
And
open to it
then,
once he learned about it.
well, what I thought was funny was, because there's a cultural difference there, he's like, why are all these people wanting a Waffle House, which is based on my summary Google research, a restaurant? And then The rest of us are like, but see, that's the thing. It's not just a restaurant.
No, it's a gladiatorial fight pit.
Waffle House is for the people who want to fight in a Denny's, but they don't want to get banned from the Denny's. So then they just go to Waffle House.
I haven't been to a Waffle House, so I can't tell you which one's better, but Denny's has been on the straight decline for a long time.
Waffle House is very hit and miss. It greatly depends on whether or not the cooks are coming in sober or not.
If they're drunk or stoned, it's gonna be a good meal.
I will say this though. If you've never enjoyed the Americana LSD trip that is a Huddle House, you should, and then you'll realize that yes, Waffle House is for like the lower tier people who want to go and have a shitty breakfast. Because Huddle House is what I like to call S tier shitty breakfast.
I've never been to one. I didn't know they existed.
Yeah, they have a dish, or at least they used to, called the Southern Tradition.
Oh no.
And all it is a plate of biscuits. There's like 3 or 4 biscuits that they have cut in half so they're open face. And then they put hash browns on top of the biscuits, eggs on top of the hash browns, cheese on top of the eggs, and then they cover the whole fucking thing with sausage gravy.
That sounds incredible.
Just looking at it will make your cholesterol go through the roof.
I don't need any more trouble with my blood pressure and cholesterol. I'm at stage 1 hypertension. I'm between pre and stage 1 hypertension at all times, so I probably shouldn't be playing games.
You're looking at a dude who's been on blood pressure medication for the better part of a decade, so...
So you've been rolling dice this whole time. Yeah, it's a fun game, brother. What a great time. It is fun being able to talk in this format because I don't have to worry about playing a character. Well, not totally playing a character. I am really this shitposty in real life, so if you're wondering if I'm really this unserious, I have some bad news for you.
This is the man who sent me a meme about like some computer programmers made an AI thing that came to the conclusion that Moses looks like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that's been going around for about 2 years now.
And I added a comment to that chain that I will forever be proud of. He split the Red Sea not using the power that he got from God. He split the Red Sea with an epic leg drop, brother.
Or the 24-inch pythons.
Oh yeah. Miss Hulk Hogan.
He's still alive. He's still doing
That man.
Stuff. I know he's still alive. He's not exactly wrestling and stuff anymore, though.
No.
That man is surprisingly based.
That man's kind of a problem sometimes, but then he rescued a 19-year-old girl from a car fire, so he's doing all right.
He's had that hit
he has
so
his
much.
moments. Like, one of his more recent ones was his son got basically pulled over for drunk driving. And, like, we're talking about near blackout. Like, kids should not be anywhere near a vehicle.
Oh, jeez.
And they called him, and instead of him showing up and pulling the usual, don't you know who I am shit, he's just like, all right, I brought my daughter up here. She's gonna drive his vehicle back to the house. You can take his ass to jail.
Nice.
Did not bail his son out one fucking bit. And I'm like, yes.
That's good.
Sometimes you just have to teach these kids a lesson the hard way.
Hogan's like, look, you fucked up. You need to reap the consequences of what you've done. And for that, you're going to jail for this. Hope you enjoy, Sonny boy.
I just hate the fact that, and this isn't just a him thing. This is every single professional wrestler ever. And my favorite one is like the walking poster child for what I'm about to talk about. But Hulk has gone on camera and said that he is like an inch shorter and his tailbone is permanently fucked up because of years and years and years of leg drops. But a permanently bruised and a permanently fucked up tailbone is nothing compared to my favorite guy who had an ear ripped off.
Yeah.
And has broken so many bones he's lost count.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
In the very first Hell in a Cell match, he got thrown off the top of it.
Yeah, Mick Foley
and
was amazing.
fell 30, I think it's 32 feet.
Yep.
From the top of the Hell in a Cell to land on the announcer's table, which was not set up to easily, come apart.
Yeah, and they did it.
Because that's something that they don't really advertise. If they know there's going to be some like ringside work, they put in the easily collapsing announcers tables. Well, Mick Foley's fall from up there was broken by a table that wasn't supposed to come apart.
Yeah, but what makes it better is I think they were supposed to have. I think they ran that idea by Vince McMahon, and he told them no, so they didn't put a crash pad under that table either. Not that
so
that
they
would have
went and
done
just
anything.
did it. They just went and did it anyway, and then Mick gets back up after 10 solid minutes of not being on his feet. Runs back down to the ring, and he's like, no, this is bullshit. We're going to finish this bad boy. And he starts climbing the thing again.
That was the most impressive thing in my opinion. That, hey, guess what? I hear no bell. I'm still fighting, motherfucker. Like, holy shit.
He pulled a Randy Marsh before Randy Marsh pulled a Randy Marsh, man.
What's crazier about that is when you watch the match, you know that is not supposed to. They were not supposed to have ever gone on top of it because the things holding the roof on kept busting off and flying in random directions.
They were literally just like thin metal zip ties. You can see them breaking. And then I have the Hell in a Cell box set where it's all of the early Hell in a Cell matches. And Mick's talking about it, and he's like, I could tell Taker was wanting to end this shit quick. So they're talking with each other while they're, throwing punches up there. And Mick's just like, fucking, body slam me onto the top of this thing and we'll be done. But Mick didn't take into account that when you try to body slam a 320-pound man, although Taker did try to body slam him on one of the cross struts, it still broke that panel, and that panel collapsed. And Mick fell another fucking 15 feet. It's like 15 or 17 feet from the roof of the damn thing to land in a fucking crumpled heap in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And that landing actually broke one of his teeth, and it went up through his lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
see it.
You can see it in the fucking video from the fight. And what's more impressive than that, he still got up and walked just not very far. Because they flat out said, get on the stretcher, Mick. Stop.
Oh, yeah. Mick didn't want to die. He was like, I'm going to keep going. I'm keep like, Mick, you're going to die. Get on the fucking stretcher.
That's Mrs. Foley's baby boy who saw, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, do his high flying bullshit in the 70s. He wasn't gonna go out like no bitch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's bring it back to we should probably start talking about some of the current moments from the show that have been uploaded so
Oh,
far.
oh, come on. You don't want to talk about the rock and sock connection?
We have tangents coming up later. We can't make this whole thing a tangent. We created a list. We're trying to
We've already
structure this
broken
one.
Or about how Mick Foley trolled The Rock so hard because he wouldn't be in an episode of Avatar? That's not even a joke.
But yeah, I'm trying to remember what was the last set of things that have been uploaded since our last True Bants, and we got a lot of them. I think we just uploaded all of the interviews.
Yeah,
I think the last episode that went up was Hiring Spree Part 2.
Yeah. That was one of the weirdest moments for the show because each and every one of us, before Job Fair 1 aired, we were all excited about it, and then we got halfway through all of the interviews and we're like, please, let it stop. This is too much now.
This is as awkward as it would be in real life. Please. Aww.
That was the point. Like, that was half the fucking point. I wanted to see, because like you guys like, oh yeah, we want interviews. And like you and I and there, and we watched like the Unexpectables who do the interview stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take Monty's thing, but I'm gonna make it more awkward. I'm gonna put rules into this so you have to follow structure. Otherwise, I knew for a fact you schmucks would just be question, 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 and we want to get past like the second or third interview.
That's mainly why I had Damos preoccupied during the first one.
Yeah, good on you for that. That was smart of you.
He's also like the newest member of the group, so like he doesn't think he should have a say.
Well, actually, you're no longer the newest member.
Fair.
By 2 days.
It's still enough.
By literally like 36 or so hours.
Still counts.
Damos pulls that, don't you know I have seniority? You hired on like a day before I did. I still have seniority.
Look, man, we'll put it like this. You're working a factory job. If you've been here at least 12 hours longer than the other kid, you've been here a lifetime longer than the other fucker. That's the rule I was always taught.
I'm thoroughly entertained by the idea that where our views doubled. That's interesting.
Yeah, and I mean like our overall yearly views had been sitting at like 306 for for months.
Which episode exactly was it? Was it one of yours?
Yeah, it is mine. For whatever reason, YouTube has completely gravitated towards the frigid north because I think that's when it all kicked in, and the views did not ever calculate in because it went from like 306 for a long time, and then it was slowly creeping up, and then I think we hit like 320, and then I looked yesterday when I saw that we had 258 views on it, which I was like already blown away by. Oh no, I looked on Saturday, but it had only said that we only had 327 hours on our channel. And then I decided to look today again just to see what was going on because I always check the analytics when I'm uploading, and it had doubled in 2 days. And then our views on the episode doubled because it went from 258. No, it tripled. It almost tripled or quadrupled because it went from 258 on Saturday all the way to 1,054 or 54 or 52 in
they like you, man.
2 days.
They like you.
I don't.
Told you.
I
I
don't.
told you. It's you. You're the better DM.
I don't think it has anything to do with that. I really do believe that this
The
was just a
algorithm is
random
very
algorithm,
weird.
Nah, I'm gonna continue with the theory that they like you more than me. I'm gonna continue that theory.
which is dumb because two of your
Well,
episodes were the highest viewed forever until just 2 days ago.
Yeah, and yours, they like yours more than mine now, man. They've come to learn you're a better DM. They like you more.
I think you're being a bit.
Obtuse.
Obtuse me? Obtuse? No, never.
Only
I
I
can
conceit.
never
think
be
you're being
obtuse.
a bit. I think you're being a bit too self-deprecating.
Oh, Trucker, come on, you know I would never do that.
Look, I'm the king of self-deprecation, but
Okay,
If that
ladies,
were a crown,
everybody
and
hates themselves equally. Let's not get onto that.
but like, you're a fucking great DM. You both are. Where I come to disagreement and say I am, I'm like, no,
I enjoyed
no.
I enjoyed your ability to rein people in better than the both of us.
yeah, you do it way better than especially me.
You have
Because
that
if I start trying, I'll start just getting mad at people and be like, all right, we're gonna start dropping the hammer.
you have that teacher voice that makes people listen. We just start fucking yelling.
Yeah, we're like, okay, you guys want to fucking fight? All right.
I'm gonna make this a confrontation before you even know what was going on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna play a couple of the couple of people as if it's they're not stupid.
Good. That's what you should do.
It's like, oh, these these idiots, if they really want to throw down, well, I'm just gonna take a lovely little pot shot over at the controls for the artificial gravity. Eh, eh.
But I guess yeah, that is something that has never.
Good luck.
That is something that's never really been discussed. Is that one shot? I think I personally think I botched it in the beginning because I got a little too nervous. I was like, holy crap, I'm actually doing this. And then I really pulled through.
I
I
think you
thought
did
the end was
good.
fun.
I think you did good. I think Sheep's whole thing of I want to use the hero as a fucking weapon. It's like, okay, let me go call Flame while he's on vacation, and then I
Let's
immediately get
weaponize
something
the
that's up.
H word.
I think I was. I think I was. Yeah, we had just come back from the hotel. Like I just come back from the hotel and some other stuff, so it was resting time, and I got a message from you saying, "Hey, what's the list for the hero stuff?" I'm like, "There's not a list. It's you decide. Remember,
Yeah, I
it's a
didn't know
punishment who's
that.
getting to use the word." And then you're telling me Sheep's using it. I'm like, "Are you fucking shitting me?"
It's not just that he was using it; it's that he wanted to weaponize it.
Yeah, that I think that annoyed me. No disrespect to Sheep, but please don't weaponize my curses, because I will get mean if I have to.
My, I think the best segment
Oh,
was the segment I've gotten the most comments on personally has been sending Trucker on a life journey.
Yeah, that was fucking cool, man. I love.
yeah, when it was my turn for the watch, and then your homeboy with the lantern fucked me up.
I spent. You can ask Flame. I had scrapped and recreated the blind 3 times trying my damnedest to make them perfect.
Yeah, I can.
They're they're definitely interesting.
I'll be honest with you, Mayor. I took inspiration from your Ask of the Blinds. So, like the newest episode, you know where you're at. You know the individual that you're currently you talk to get something from. I redesigned him with inspiration from the blind.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that it's actually making a mainstay in the world.
Speaking of redesigns, Flame, I've officially gotten your dude that you were going to play before life decided to teabag you. I've got him fully converted over into an NPC. I've changed the name. I don't want to take that from you.
Are you talking to me?
So, yeah, talking to you.
Oh, Typhon? Yeah, I get what you mean.
I've changed his name, but I've kept some of the other stuff. Um, Mostly because your character is going to be the excellent, springboard for shit to other characters.
That's fine by me, man. Typhon, I think Typhon was a spur of the moment build after playing Borderlands 3 because I fell in love with the Typhon character from that.
Yeah.
I think you get that, and then you're warning me like, "Hey, don't get attached." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" No.
Okay. But
I didn't say don't get attached.
Yeah, you told me don't get attached. I'm like, okay, fine, it ain't gonna be that bad. No, he gets murked, and I'm like, oh, you sons of bitches.
all right. We're not talking about Borderlands.
I didn't say don't get attached.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's two mistakes that I can now talk about on the one shot that are endlessly funny, and Trucker's going to probably love this the most because he played in it. And it turns out that Animate Dead doesn't end when the spellcaster is dead, so that fight should have kept going.
Nope.
But I am
Yep.
I am glad that it didn't, and I'm glad that I just let myself get bullied into letting it end because I needed to wrap it up. So I was happy
Yeah.
with that. But my favorite mistake that nobody got to see. So you know how I rolled for probability on the war that was happening, Trucker,
Yeah.
and I said that it was a natural 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that because of the stress of running the game and trying to wrap things up a little bit, and just getting over kind of the adrenaline of doing all of that, uh, I was illiterate. That was a natural one. Sheep's brother should have been dead, as well as pretty much everybody on that battlefield
Ooh.
was supposed to be pretty much dead or injured, and nobody was supposed to walk away with that.
Ooh.
But I screwed up and made it official that people had gotten a natural 100, and it went well.
Big
So
major, big major oof.
I found a way to make the natural one be honored in a different way, but I went to bed and I started thinking about that. I'm like, man, I cannot believe I got a natural 100, and I kind of saw the dice in my head. I was like, wait a minute. That's not how a natural 100 looks like. That's not even close. That's a natural 1. I was home
I've
alone, so I'm
always
just like, ooh, that sucks.
I've always been slightly confused though. Like, do you have a D100 or are you rolling a D10 and a percentile?
I'm rolling a d10 and a percentile.
What is a natural 100 with a percentile?
Triple
Is it the
zeros.
0, 0?
That's triple zeros.
Yep.
Oh.
Any other way is wrong, and they're doing it wrong. So.
Yeah, I got.
Because I've never rolled one, so
Yeah,
Yeah, zeros across the board are 100. Don't be like you got a 10 on the percentile and a 0 on the other one. No, that's just the straight 10. That's not 100. And if like, no, that's 100. No, it's not. And you need to go back and learn how to do basic math.
No, I got double zeros on the percentile and a 1 on the 10, so that was definitely a natural 1. I think people will find that funny now that I can reveal that, but there's a lot bigger problems than the battle going poorly that have
I
started
mean
occurring on the frigid north.
it it is funny, but what surprised me was that Chaos was gonna tail me simply because my guy was like, "Look, I'm not putting up with this shit. I'm gone," and he fucking marked me. I thought he was gonna attack me, so I was more than willing to fucking throw down, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
glad you didn't let that go down, because that guy, my guy in that one shot surviving can set up a whole bunch of stuff later down the line.
yeah, instead you got something worse than chaos attacking you. You got to hang out with Dr. Leopold.
Yeah.
I cannot. I have to run everything by Flame because it's his rules, so obvious basic respect, but I run everything that I plan to do for Kathos, but not how it's going to happen or any of that, so he's still fresh and can't meta and all that good stuff, and he knows what Dr. Leopold is going to be doing and what you guys are going to interact with him. It's going to be great. I can't wait for you guys to run into him.
See, I love world building one shots because Flame can do a hell of a lot with Caleb still being alive, because that dude's responsible for Yarpy. So that sets up a lot.
We got a lot of good things planned. Speaking of things that are planned, like we've said before, Flame's moving soon, so I've got what I thought was going to be a city building, whatever amount shot, but what it's ending up being, because two of my players have come to me with business ideas, it sounds like I'm going to be containing it within the city, but it's going to be like Clips of Springfield. That's popular Simpsons episode with the steamed hams meme, and I'm just going to have everybody. If that's the way it continues and nobody wants to be motivated to go do anything else, I'm just going to have everybody roll initiative at the beginning of each session, and we're
So
just going to do whatever.
so wait, who's the other one? Because I know I'm one of them.
Sheep's another, and Sheep pitched me a decent idea that I'm okay with. That'll be helpful.
Because I'm basically just, a little deep gnome that makes potions and whatnot. And his main gripe is going to be those fucking assholes. They keep trying to buy up all my stock. And I'm trying to make a living up here.
I have a good feeling that I can bully the both of you into going to do other things, though. So I'm good.
Oh, I have no doubt. I'm not even going to be a hard line. No, this is my shop. I'm not leaving. Man's is just doing what he was doing down in the dark. Just, set up shop. There's always a bunch of douchebags who come through who want to be adventurous and they need potions because they get hurt because they're stupid.
Speaking of Kathos, though, Flame, this is more of a question for you. How long do you think? How long are we going to be doing True Realms for? How far are we into the story?
Well, I want to the dream was getting this to 100 episodes, but there's no fucking way.
You don't think so?
No,
Don't think so?
I don't. I don't think I'll be able to get up to 100 episodes unless I get two main key plot points that I want set up. If I continue it the way I'm going, I could definitely get us to 75, specifically because of Deimos now. Because Deimos is my tie-in to a... What the fuck? Hey, you want to not fuck with me, Discord? Sorry, Discord's being weird for me. I gotta leave. I'll be right back.
Okay, that.
Why?
Yeah, I always had the impression he was going to use me as like the linchpin for a lot of other big things,
Yeah, that's good.
simply
So,
because of what I am and where I come from. So,
hey,
What?
can you all hear me?
Yeah,
Am I back?
we've been able to hear you the whole time.
Oh, thank the gods. Okay. Sorry. No, my phone was being weird. No, because specifically of Deimos, what I got Deimos now as, I can get us to 50, 75 easy. I need to set up at least two more plot points and I think I can get us to at least 100. But like I said, I need to set up these plot points, and it also depends, like anything out of the normal happening that sends you on a complete other side quest, or like, God forbid, somebody picks a fight with something they shouldn't have, and next, TPK. Like, because if you guys TPK, I have one of two options that I'm going to have happen. Either A, we end and go to Kathos, or B, you guys get to try to regain your bodies back.
Ghostesses.
Not ghosts, exactly. Something a little bit different, something a little more unique and fun that I got planned.
That'd be weird to see what happens with the Warforged.
Oh, I got something specifically planned for you, Odamos of Damos.
No, we've been playing pretty smart, keeping it pretty cautious, so I don't think we'll have to worry about it.
No, I don't disagree, but spoilers, I did something. I'm not going to tell you guys what I did, but I did do something that will greatly annoy two characters, and I think what I've done could make somebody do something reckless. So, you never know.
Hey, you know me, man.
I have a good solid idea who one of the players is.
You know how I'm going to play it. I'm looking to live. I'm determined to that's why I play Hoax the way I do. I'm determined to have one damn character that I play stay
that
either
never dies.
that either stays in its current condition or isn't dead.
Well, I mean, I think you all could have seen this coming, especially with the recording of the ball episode, because something happened at the end of the ball the first time that wasn't shown in the second time.
Well, that's also the thing. Hoax has been very business first, so if somebody runs off to do their own thing, he's not likely to go, yeah, we'll go do that. I'm in the sewer right. I'm doing what I'm doing right now to do X, Y, and Z. After that, you can go get yourself killed doing your own stupid thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, Deimos wants to try to talk the party into going to the sewers with him to go get one of the horns, because he was gifted the Warhammer or the whatever from one of his families. Yeah, it's like, hey, you can have this, but go give me a giant rat horn.
I bet I know where it's at. I got a good feeling because we're at that part now-ish.
I can't really say because it would mess a few things up, but yeah, potentially.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next 2 episodes to air.
Let's just say Deimos has a lot on his plate right now.
You get yourself killed, you know what's going to happen to you. I don't have to say it again.
I don't think I'm going to die. And again, I also thought I wasn't going to die with Tremaine, so.
I mean, if Deimos dies if you die a third time in my game and you need a third character, I'm gonna force you to play something that I'm building.
No.
Like, all right, you have to play this now. No, there's no, you get no option in this.
That's terrible.
I don't give a. Look, he can design it, but it's got to be this and this story. Basically, that's how I'm gonna run it.
Gotta let people do their own thing.
I don't have any intention of getting deaded a second time.
Good. I say that while I'm squeezing the chicken burgers that have fillings.
Because if Deimos dies again, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, that's a fun fact. I don't know if any of you remember. Deimos and Hoax are the only original characters from the original True Realms.
Yeah. To be fair, that original one ended on bad circumstances, so I don't count it as canon at all.
Yeah, that's why I am playing Hoax again, because I do not recycle characters. I refuse to play characters I've already played unless it suddenly become non-canon and the story is ended unfavorably. Then I will recycle characters. Like my Leviathan character, whenever we do that, is going to be recycled. And I spent
Well,
$60 on the art, so you better believe I'm using it.
and I can't wait to get that started up because the lineage stuff actually works really well for what you want.
You'll have to sit down with me and hold my hand to build that.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
fairly. Demiplane makes it fairly easy.
It
Yeah,
does, but
that's why I love Demiplane. That's why I really love it.
that's my problem though. I just kind of like, oh man, this is great, but Demiplane has a lot for me to read, and I'm tired of reading already. So this sounds good. This sounds good. This sounds good. Hopefully this works out.
I mean,
My problem
the
is
best way I could explain it to you, if you want to, we can build a human. Uh, I think there's a feat you can take at some level that like gives you another heritage race thing. I tell you to take the catfolk heritage, take their eyes, so you get the dark vision. You could also gain their claws, stuff like that.
I wouldn't even need the claws. I literally just need the eyes.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but yeah, like we can look at so many ways, and then we can just at the end of the day, you can customize their sheet pretty well too. What I've been understanding, so we can just give you dark vision and say, "Hey, he has cat eyes, or she has cat eyes."
Oh man, yeah. So I mean, with that, Kathos is probably not coming anytime soon. Probably next year.
Yeah, definitely next year. That is the plan.
That one's for you, Dad. I know you were asking, so yeah, I'm
here's
very very excited to run that. I think people are going to really enjoy it.
Yeah,
here
his
soon.
go ahead, go ahead.
Or
No,
I was,
Now
I
go.
was saying here soon on Saturdays. I'm gonna start having voice chats with all the players for mine. Start going through some of the rules since it's a new system that we're all going to be learning.
you're gonna have to get me on a vaguely different day. My schedule is just awful because my bosses have started
That's
basically getting. If you've ever seen the South Park episode where they're trying to determine how much the Margaritaville margarita mixer costs, that's what they're doing for the
yeah.
schedules.
The chop the head off a chicken and have the body run around in a Wheel of Fortune style thing.
Yep, that's exactly what they've been doing for schedules. So I have no idea what the hell I'm working anymore.
It'll be fairly easy for me to you know have a chat with you. I think it'd be easier if it was just me and you in that call anyway.
Yeah, it makes more
Um,
sense.
the only problem, I mean, it's not even really a problem. The only hard thing is going through the absolute metric ton of status effects, conditions, and other little, things that Pathfinder has, Starfinder has that D&D just doesn't, like reflex. That's going to be amazing to discuss.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing that scares people away from Pathfinder and stuff like that. Is just there's so many more buffs, debuffs, afflictions, bonuses. Like every little thing counts and matters. Unlike D&D, where it's like, hey, I got this, this, and this. Okay, that doesn't really matter. They all do the same fucking thing. You can't have double, triple advantage. So yeah. And like
Then
Pathfinder stuff,
there's
yeah, you can have double, triple, quadruple advantage because that's just extra numbers.
then there's the entire fact that Starfinder slash Pathfinder has an entirely different action economy.
which I actually like more than the D&D economy, because it can make anyone to a multi-attack person instead of you get one action to do one fucking thing. Spellcasters actually can cast multiple spells around. Combatants can do different things around it. It gives you more freedom to do stuff.
Yeah, I think you have three different parts to your action economy.
You have a 3-action economy.
One is movement. Yeah.
No, you were getting this wrong.
Am
And I don't know about Starfinder, but specifically in Pathfinder, you get a 3-action economy, and those actions can be used for anything. Each action can be used for movement. Each action can be used for an attack. You can use them for anything.
I mean, that's basically what I was about to say.
What he was saying.
Yeah, you have a 3-part action economy. You can move, attack, cast a spell in any position. It's pretty much just once you commit to an action, you have to do it, though.
Yeah.
You can't really. I'm going to move 15 feet and then think about casting a spell. No, you have to move, attack, or move, prep, attack, move, prep. And then the next time your shit comes around, you can lay waste, as it were.
Yeah, or you can like
And
move, stuff like that.
then like, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work for your character, but let's take Chaos's, for example, without spoiling anything. He's got a bunch of different little shit, a bunch of different shit he can do, but to do this part, you sacrifice part of your action economy to do it, or you have to sacrifice X number of stamina points to do this. It's very crunchy, but once you kind of sort of get it figured, you're fine. What's going to throw people for a loop at first is the 2 different ACs and the fact that your HP doesn't get hit until your stamina pool is gone. So the way I had it explained to me, and I think I've explained it to you before, but your HP is, direct, stay alive power. Stamina is how much you can keep going. So imagine if I were to punch you in the nose. Yeah, it's going to hurt, but it's not going to be, detrimental at first. But if I keep punching you in the nose, makes sense.
Yep, same old, same old.
I mean, that's how it was explained to me. I punch you in the nose. Yeah, it's going to hurt, but you can keep on going. However, if I continue to punch you in the nose, it's eventually going to start affecting you to the point where you're not going to be able to function. Because I don't know if you've ever been popped in the nose. That shit hurts.
Been consistently getting text after text all day in this group chat that I have to be a part of for work. It gets increasingly more frustrating by the day. Yeah, that's another thing that's not part of a bit or anything. It's pretty easy to get me frustrated.
Yeah, I do.
I'll get pissed, and then that's about it.
No. Yeah, Pathfinder is interesting. I think it will be a bit of a curve for some people, but I think it'll be fun for them to learn it. I think, or not Pathfinder, Starfinder. My bad. Pathfinder has a few different rules, just because it's a different setting. But yeah,
I mean, for the most part, the systems are very, very similar.
yeah. There's a
It's
few
just
minor
that
differences, like the armor and stuff like
there
that.
there are rules differences. Like in Pathfinder, I'm pretty sure you don't have an an energy armor class.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, there are different little small things, but on the whole,
I know that's what I just said.
just reiterating the point.
I buy my gum in
Well,
bulk, like y'all know about, because I keep sending you pictures of the tower of gum packs I got in my room. And whoever was in charge of the line of this round of gum packs that I've got apparently decided that this gum was more valuable than money because it is impossible to get into the damn thing.
The security, man, extra security, extra tight. You know, they gotta make sure no motherfucker can get it.
Well, apparently it must be either a
pretty,
sentient being or it's supposed to survive the apocalypse.
I'm
Mm.
pretty sure you have enough gum that you could like mold it into, a big sphere, probably about the size of a basketball,
Well, it's either
then just do interesting things with it.
I chew gum or start smoking crack. So I think I picked up the better habit.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
you do got a lot of crack after all.
Well, there's a lot
don't
of
be a Wis don't be a Wisconsinite statistic. Come on, man, please.
it's it's a statistic for a reason because goodness gracious, the state is just riddled with problems.
See, I have a joke for you, and it's specifically because of where you are. There is a YouTube channel called Code Blue Cam,
Oh man.
and whenever I'm in a bad mood, I go watch Code Blue Cam videos because I have this running bet with myself where I'm like, okay, a dollar says it's going to be La Crosse, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and damn, if almost every single hilarious fucking video is coming out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. It's like, what is in the water in La Crosse, Wisconsin? Because they are a solid 80% of Code Blue Cam's entire content base,
It is
which is which is hilarious because Code Blue Cam is not a channel dedicated to Wisconsin police
it
videos.
is not.
No, it is not.
No, I because you pointed it out to me, I went and started watching them. So now every night that I'm watching a Code Blue Cam, I'm sitting there because the intro is like, our subject today is blah 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 from who got arrested doing whatever whatever at 12:30 in the evening. This comes from, and I'm just sitting like, come on, don't you say it. And they're like, wherever the hell Wisconsin. I'm like, damn, every time.
But see, Mayor, the best thing about it though is that
Offenders.
uh they have repeat offenders that you see multiple times. Like everyone where I first learned about it calls him T-Rex because that's just the joke. Because I first heard about him from Donut Operator on YouTube. He's a former police officer slash gun tuber,
Mm-hmm.
and this kid, like 17, 18 years old, was driving down the road and he had a whole ass uh stoplight pole that he hit
I didn't see this one.
just stuck on top of his car. Like it was just on top of his car. He didn't see it, probably because he was, you know,
Guys.
7 sheets. No, this kid was drunk as fuck.
Oh
He was
God,
not
yes.
high. He was. He was plastered, like could barely stand up, plastered. And the cop is like, "How you doing?" and calls him by name because apparently they deal with him a lot. And it's like, "Did you know you have a stoplight pole on top of your car?" "What? No, I don't, man." And like, if he was looking forward, you can see the ass end of it, the end that's supposed to be bolted to the ground.
Now, the
He's
repeat
like,
offender that I get to see all the time is the one that starts out nice and normal, but he's been in and out of jail like 1,000 times. I think he's in lacrosse as well, but he immediately
skinny
start.
white dude with a skinny white dude with a redneck goatee.
Yeah, and is always wearing a large overcoat.
Yep, that the
Always is in
last the
trouble
last
for.
video.
He's always in trouble for an assault of some sort. He's either hit somebody or threatened to kill somebody, and then he immediately threatens to kill the police upon seeing them. And no matter what
Yeah,
race or gender these cops are, he calls them the C word and the N word every time.
yep.
And he calls them a lot of slurs for gay people all the time.
The last the last one I remember seeing him in, he actually got arrested with his girlfriend because they were shoplifting from, I want to say it was a Harbor Freight, but it was one of those like, tool stores,
Yeah.
home improvement stores. And he's screaming from the front of the store, "I love it." She's getting arrested at the side entrance. And you can hear her screaming in the cop's body cam when he's dealing with the guy and she's being forcibly arrested on the other side of the store. You can hear her screaming from, the body cam of the guy dealing with the guy. And it's just, Jesus.
Yeah, I
What's in
think
the water?
I don't I don't know if it was him or not, but I think it might have been him, but he like got arrested at a Motel 6 for exposing himself to the lady,
God.
and then they tried very hard not to have to beat him down, and then they ended up having to beat him down because he started taking swings at people. He actually the 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 unfortunate thing was a female came to arrest him, a female officer, as they call them on the show, and she's like, "Nah, I literally cannot deal with this." And he walked away, and then like moments later, he was harassing somebody at an apartment, and then they sent some men over there to go drag him to the floor. The
Some of my favorite Some of my favorite stuff to watch, though, in this same vein, is cops having to deal with sovereign citizens.
No, but the
Oh,
I can tell you what the problem is after watching so much Code Blue Cam. There's nothing in the water, and there's nothing wrong with these people. The thing is they always let these guys go with the most lenient sentences or no sentences. Like the amount of times
yeah.
it's a $5 bond, a piece of pocket lint, and some shoestring, and the case is dropped. And it's like, wait a minute, this guy bit an officer. What are you talking about? He's
Sorry, this is T Rex's seventh
Yeah,
DUI.
this is how many DUIs?
He still has he still has a license. Why?
This guy is on his 10th Dewey and you dropped the case. Interesting.
Aw, man, it's starting to rain.
It's been threatening to rain here all day.
Well, no, that's not good for me. I'm grilling.
Well, you shouldn't have
Oh,
done that.
I didn't know it was supposed to rain.
Well, it's never supposed to rain until you get the grill out on the patio.
Bullshit.
Hmm. It just rains when it wants to, man.
Mother Nature, why are you so mad at me? I didn't do nothing to you.
It's just what happens when you start grilling. It's a law. It's a law in the Midwest. If you pull out a grill, it's gonna start pouring. So then you have to
I
kind
got
of drag it underneath your garage and hope you don't burn down your house.
no. I got it underneath basically like a little tent awning. Um, no, I made homemade chicken burgers. They they look and smell delicious, and like they're grilling right now. I was like, no, no, they're not even gonna be done. So I'm gonna have to cook the rest of them inside on the
But
That's not
cooking stove.
as soon as they touch the pan, it's gonna be a bright sunny day.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
I'm betting. That's
that's
what's gonna piss me off
exactly
the
what
most.
happens.
Whatever, I gotta do it though. We
hot
still
take
talking
of the
about
century.
these Wisconsin criminals that aren't being arrested?
What
I
were
mean,
you
we
saying?
can.
Are we still asking?
No, we
Or
don't
have we
have to keep talking about Code Blue Cam. It's just funny.
I'm not against it. This is the True Bants. This is your thing, man. We talk about what you want.
We can talk about the Fallout show.
I'm not done with it yet, so no
I,
spoilers, please.
I, I started watching it. I'm on episode 3, and I want there to be more Walter Goggins in it.
Oh,
No
don't you?
spoilers. No spoilers.
How far are you?
Please. Like only 2 episodes.
Well, for the love of God, man, we're
My stepmom making me promise to only watch it with her, so it can be a family thing.
well. This is spoilers, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry. Walton Goggins becomes way more prevalent after episode 3 or 4. He comes in quite a bit.
Because look, I got nothing against Lucy, but I want more of the ghoul.
Lucy is the perfect. Lucy is the
Vault dweller.
perfect written character that they've done for women in a long time.
So I've watched like little clips and bits of it, and like I've seen so much hate for Lucy. And, like I've seen like people like she's a newbie. She's got no experience. She acts so innocent, and then she's so scared of everything. And why doesn't she take anything? I'm like, so she's acting like someone fresh out of a vault, has no experience with the wasteland whatsoever, was taught not to steal.
Yeah, was in one of the.
Like she's playing her character or something.
Yeah, she was in
She's
the.
never been out of the vault ever.
Yeah, and the vault was designed a lot around good manners and you know
And
being a good
and then on
citizen.
top of all that, she was in a control vault for fuck's sake. They weren't doing anything fucked up in there.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
my only question so far, and you're far enough that this isn't a spoiler flame, so don't get on me, but why is the Brotherhood still around if like 3 of the endings of Fallout 4 have them going away?
Because that's the canon ending.
Yeah.
The canon ending is the one where the Brotherhood are still around then?
I'm guessing it was the
Yeah.
one where the Brotherhood and the Minutemen joined forces.
That one's hard to do too.
Because I
Because you've
had
got to be able to
somebody else
get them to agree.
I had somebody else tell me that the justification behind it is because all of the endings are somehow canonical, and I'm like, that doesn't make
No, that's
sense.
only New Vegas. That's technically only New Vegas.
Yeah,
And that's
they
technically
only
not the ending.
they only said that about New Vegas, that all the endings of New Vegas are canon, not all the endings of all the games.
Oh, okay. And see, like, I never fully finished playing Fallout 4. I never beat it.
No,
I only
so
ever beat 3.
yeah, four's ending where you get the Brotherhood and the Minutemen to join is the canon one, and New Vegas people are like all upset about how could that be the canon ending? That one's very easy to explain. The
Yeah.
the reason that Fallout New Vegas you can have all the endings canon is you have to remove yourself from the fact that you're playing a game and realize that these are now real people. If you were a real person and you were the real courier and you're in that situation, chances are you have no reason to really pick a side after you drop off the chip with House.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But let's just say, for example, you do stick around after dropping off that chip, and every ending that means the Enclave ending is canon as well. This hidden thing that you can do in New Vegas.
Speaking of the Enclave,
it's
though, did you
still
see the Fallout 4 update? The Enclave is now in the Fallout 4.
that's fantastic, but I'm still talking.
Oh, sorry. Just want to get it out before I forgot it.
Yeah, but all the endings can very easily be canon in New Vegas, just for the fact that it is a war.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's going to win that one, and if the canon ending to Lonesome Road is saving Ulysses, he's still going to be right.
Yeah, those diggers are going to get in sooner or later, and it's going to be a hellhole.
Yeah, one of my favorite takes is somebody saying that Ulysses lived and joins the courier to help stop the tunnelers from overrunning New Vegas.
Maybe. But like I think I saw something about the ending of the show where like they showed like a really destitute New Vegas. I'm like the tunnelers did it. I'm like, there's like 50 fucking explanations for that shit.
The biggest one being there was a war on, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody lost a lot, and even if Mr. House survived, that doesn't mean he has all of his Securitrons, and they're probably
Yeah.
protecting the Lucky 38.
Yeah. He loses Securitrons after a while. And let's be honest, if he doesn't have the power and resources to keep his mummified body alive, spoilers if you haven't played the game, he's dead.
Well, and the dumbest
Because he
thing,
needs shit to keep that alive.
the dumbest thing too is, one, it's the daytime. Two, they are several miles away from the city. Yes, the lights should still be on, but we don't know what happened with that. And if the Brotherhood has this kind of power, if they ransacked Vegas, and the lights are not going to be on anymore.
Yeah. And that's not. There's also the thing of like, what happens if the Hoover Dam got took too much damage to the point where they stopped functioning after a certain point? That's major power to the strip right there gone.
That's the only power.
Yeah, that's the only power. Because people are like, well, what about Helios 1? Helios 1 doesn't give enough power.
Yeah,
Hi, welcome to our Fallout podcast.
Yeah, Helios 1 causes rolling brownouts if you do not divert all of its power to one place.
Yep.
I did like the beginning of episode 2 where they showed the creation of the dogs.
Because they're all synthetic, aren't they?
No. They're genetically modified to be radiation resistant.
Right. It's
The
only
only
4 where
thing
dog meets a synth, right?
No, he's
the only
not a
thing
synth
that
in
doesn't
that
make
either.
any sense to me is did they create the dogs before, or were they created during the same time because of the scientist guy? Like that doesn't. I was trying to figure that out, and I haven't gotten far enough, probably. But
The dogs were just being created. It doesn't matter who came first. That was probably a big
well,
patent
no,
thing.
it's an order of it's a timeline thing to me. Because in Fallout 2, there's some like lore drops that talk about how they were making radiation resistant war dogs before, the end.
Well, considering
Well,
It's like,
this,
okay,
considering this is the Enclave, and the Enclave is America, They're just using the same technology. It doesn't matter when.
Fair enough, I guess.
Well, I think it was one of the early computer games. There was that glitch that showed if dog meat was to go over a fence, he took a humanoid form going over it for a second. Did you see all the conspiracy theories about that?
No, because I do not engage in these ridiculous things.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Dogmeat's not a synth in 4 either. He's just a dog.
And he's just a dog. It's heavily implied through a couple of different things that he is one of the, the rad dogs, not like, radiation mutated dogs. He's one of the
Rad resistant.
radiation resistant ones.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm
Because
sure
he can go into shit that you can't.
Well, I'm sure they, most of America's pets were genetically modified like that before the bombs even fell.
Yeah, I'm thinking they probably were, especially like just the way Fallout worked. Because I'm betting you cash money if the world actually thought about it, they would have probably at some point, if they had the time, the money, and the resources, made their characters like make the humans fall out and radiate resistance.
Yes, true, but
you'll get that.
What I'm getting at is in Fallout, every time you see or hear about a radiation resistant dog, it's always a German Shepherd. Because German Shepherds apparently, are the breed that they chose to do that with.
But you will get to see Flame when you get far enough. By the time you're 36 years old and have finished the first season, you'll see why they did not make them make people radiation resistant. They do a lot of explaining as to why things happen, and boy, is it a lot.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just stealing the password and watching it myself.
I think they'll see it.
Not if he has a profile.
I mean, I do have a profile. I do have that. I just don't remember the password, so I need to go get it again.
If they never go into your profile in the account, they'll never see that you've pre-watched.
Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of a fair trade at this point. They've got my Hulu. I feel like I should be allowed to watch that show, really, but I'm not here to make arguments.
I will say this though, like they nailed the feeling.
Oh yeah. They did everything absolutely correct.
Oh, I bet.
And I will admit, I was yelling at Lucy like, "Bitch, pick that up! You need that. Stop walking past stuff."
Yeah, but like, especially now with the update to 4 and stuff, if you steal, you're gonna get targeted immediately. Because 4 now has some sort of 4 updated a lot of their shit. So now, like when you pick lock stuff and there's people inside the house when you pick the lock and you fail, they'll know. Like they'll instantly know instead of like they might be on guard. It's like, oh, you broke your pick one time. Everybody in there is now hostile because they know you and specifically you are trying to break in.
The vault map is also the most brutal thing in the world. Indiana and Vermont have no vaults.
Yeah.
And New York has 1 vault.
And California is fucking lousy with them.
Well, Montana, that has a population of 2 people, has 2 vaults, which I find endlessly amusing. And
Isn't one of them the puppet vault though?
probably.
Yeah.
But what's endlessly amusing is even the creators of Fallout have recognized that Cheyenne, Wyoming is a superior location because they put the only vault of Wyoming in Cheyenne.
It's the largest fucking town in Wyoming. Of course they're gonna put it there.
Most beautiful nation on earth.
Yeah.
Endless fields of train tracks, nobody in sight. So beautiful. There's 12 people in the whole city, and the other 1,000 people that are there are trying to leave. I wish I lived in a place where everybody was trying to leave and would leave you alone. What a world.
You wanna know something about that, Mayor?
What?
If I get this job, I could move to Cheyenne, Wyoming.
I'm going there as soon as I possibly can.
I could get a home there and be like, all right, I'm within a certain distance from my job, and I can get a shuttle. I'll have shuttle stuff to pick us up.
I'm just going to move there. I mean, nobody wants to be there, so it's pretty cheap. I'll buy a mansion for a couple of peanuts and a handshake, and that'll be good.
You wish.
It's in the top 15 cheapest states to live.
We could be neighbors, Mayor.
That doesn't mean the properties are cheap, dude.
Yeah, but
Remember,
housing.
I've been looking at the housing market for the last 2 years, seriously contemplating it, and I just, you know what's fucking nuts is I found a great, like perfect house in Tyler, Texas. But what's crazy about it is like 7 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 7,000 some odd square feet, only cost 1.2 mil. House that size where I live would be like $6 million.
As much as it'd be great to be neighbors with you, Flame, half the point of moving to Wyoming is my closest neighbor being 30 to 40 miles away from me.
I know, that's what we'd be.
He's talking about me.
We'd go out once in a blue moon, Be like, you go out to check your fields, like go out check mine. We end up seeing you. He's like, hey, how you doing, neighbor? Neighbor. And then when we don't talk for another year or two, we only talk through this shit.
You are glitching hard. Oh, that's
And honestly,
Yeah.
we were right. You were right. The moment I put those burgers on the pan, it stopped raining outside.
Yeah, stay off your grill.
Oh, my
That's the
grill's going. I
funniest.
got a low smoke chicken getting good.
That's the funniest, low effort but true meme ever. If if I ever won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anybody, but there would be some.
The best memes were the abstract cosmic horror deep fried meme era. Those 3 topics were very great for memes. Sometimes referred to as the beans era.
Huh. Me and the homies in
Beans.
the hallway at 2 a.m. looking for beans.
Yep. Oh man, that was a very underappreciated time period.
If only we could go back and really appreciate its greatness.
One set of memes that I'm very shocked, which is actually weirdly relevant to our channel as a whole, that never really took off too hard, was the bottom gear memes.
Really?
The bottom gear memes did not take off the way I thought they would, but they were hilarious. So they would Photoshop what would basically be like a TikTok filter before TikTok existed over Jeremy, James, and Richard. And they would just write these absolutely ridiculous things. I'm trying to see if I can find one of them real quick to just
Nah,
read it. I don't know if any of
my
them are.
favorite Top Gear meme is like almost borderline Fed post, or it'll be like, the alphabet boy showing up at my neighbor's gym house, and then, the mannequin in the door not dropping it when they say drop it, so they shoot it.
I had a I had a spider living in my shirt yesterday that terrified the hell out of me.
Was it a huntsman?
No,
No.
no, thank goodness.
Look, I'm not saying I'm scared of spiders, but if I saw a huntsman in my house,
It's its house.
yeah, that's that spider's house now. It can have it.
Yeah, this is probably the most appropriate one. It goes tonight on bottom gear. I teach and no, that one actually is not appropriate. Yeah, I can't read any of these. These are really bad. The bottom gear memes are hilarious when I'm not reading them on YouTube.
A lot of a
Mhm.
lot of them are inappropriate and will get you canceled.
Oh god,
And
yeah.
I didn't even make them.
Oh, speaking of big ass spiders, I saw a meme that I didn't really get at first, but then I got it, and it was it was a video. The caption said, "Tell me you live in Australia, but don't tell me you live in Australia." And this girl has like uh mud boots, like galoshes or whatever you guys want to call them, and she just fills them up with water from a hose outside until the water is, overflowing. And I didn't get it at first, and I said, "Oh."
Yikes. That's too much.
Because yeah, if you live in Australia, you don't just go sticking your foot in any old shoe that you left outside all willy nilly like, because that's a good way to get bitten by something.
If I had to live out there, I would build one of those rooms that, like those decontamination things. I would just put all of my stuff in there and just poison the hell out of all my stuff once a month.
Nah, I mean, it'd be an everyday thing, man. You can't leave a pair of shoes outside in Australia because you'll wake up the next morning, something will be in them.
I got a I got a hint for you. You shouldn't be leaving any items of clothes outside for prolonged periods of time ever for any reason, no matter what your location is. Your clothes belong inside. So do your shoes.
Unless you're drying your clothes and you don't want to run the dryer.
Well,
People
then,
do that.
that's how you get spiders. If you want spiders, that's how you get spiders.
I mean, fair, I guess, but
Hang them up in your bathroom with a fan running.
no, because that's how you get that vaguely wet smell, and that can actually create mildew. You don't want to do that.
I'm not hanging any of my
Better to
clothes
hang them.
outside.
Better to hang them up outside in the breeze,
It's a psyop.
in the
Don't do
sun.
that. That's how you get spiders. Don't do it.
Not everybody's scared of spiders like you.
That's because not everybody values life like I do.
I don't know about all that.
People aren't woke like I am. I know what's good.
Yeah. You told me about your 300 milligram caffeine mixture that you make.
Yeah, I should be dead. I don't make it anymore. I don't need to. I found out that I was vitamin B12 deficient and supplementing it with far more dangerous additives when I could have just gone to the store and spent $5 on like a month's worth of B12 and not have been slowly killing myself for many years. I used to get way out of control with that sort of thing. I don't know how I'm still here.
One of the most unhinged, like, World War II era cartoons had a B12 joke in it. They used to be a lot braver with cartoons back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a problem. We can't be mentioning that.
Well, I mean, the one I'm talking about wasn't even all that bad. It was just, haha, that's, that's vaguely dirty. But it's like a field cannon, like a howitzer, just bam, 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 and then it just, goes all limp.
Yeah.
And then the dude takes a full bottle of B12 and just starts shoving B12 pills down the barrel of the cannon, and it goes, and then it's just, bam, 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 bam,
Yeah,
like back to full attention, because ha 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 ha.
the
Because
best.
apparently they used to give B12 out as an aid, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the best thing I could tell anybody here that is struggling with energy or has been drinking energy drinks like water. Just go to the store and buy the extra strength B12 gummies for $5. It will save your life. It is so much healthier and so much cheaper.
They used to know how to have fun back in the day, back when soft drinks had, what we call Schedule Ones in them now.
I'm back. What I missed?
Just talking about the health benefits of taking B12.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But we're at
Did you?
an hour and 37 minutes. We're still going, or do we want to wrap it up?
I'm fine with wrapping up. We went off tangent real fast, so I don't even know what we're talking about after a while.
We covered all the important stuff.
We did. We did. That's kind of the beauty of
One.
True Bants. We have one thing we cover for like 10, maybe 20 minutes at most, and then we just go off in random ass tangents.
You want random ass tangents? I'll give you a random ass tangent. Back in the day, McDonald's used to fry their French fries in beef tallow, which a lot of people used to think was really super unhealthy. But they now know that beef tallow is one of those really good fats. And what they replaced it with was hydrogenated vegetable oil. It turns out that's a really bad fat.
Yeah.
So thanks to the fucking health nuts, we could have been having French fries fried in beef fat this whole time, and it would have been infinitely better than the French fries we've been eating for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
Damn vegans.
That's the way she goes.
And yes, it was the vegans that started that shit too. We want French fries, but you fry them in beef tallow. Brr.
Well,
it's because beef is delicious.
all right, let's wrap this up. So, just to reiterate, thank you all for continuing to stick with us. It still blows our mind that you are here. We're grateful for international viewers finally. Uh, we're just purely grateful for all of you keeping us relevant, even if it's to a small niche group of people. I can't beg you enough to, go out there and share our content. So just please start sharing content.
You are our advertisement. Let them know that you enjoy us and get others to like our stuff.
Yeah, Twitter's bad. TikTok has been banned, and soon I'm gonna have to start cracking the Chrome on Instagram because Reels is the only other thing left, and I can't create a account for True Realms on Instagram for some reason.
I'm gonna have to start doing that, so I'm gonna need to get better equipment.
By the way, TikTok is only banned if China will not divest its, TikTok will divest itself of its Chinese ownership.
is what they
They
Which
said.
they
already said
won't
they're not
do.
going
So
to. The owner already said they're
like,
not going to. Remember?
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, which they're not going to do. So if you have it on your phone, don't delete it.
Actually, there's supposed to be an app called TikTok Notes that's supposed to circumnavigate the ban anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hell, and a fucking VPN will do the same thing.
Yep.
I gotta stop spending money on monthly things, but might as well use Atlas VPN, use code official from the official podcast. That's Voice Criticals. So watch the official podcast for more amazing deals from sites such as uh, they've got Better Sleep. Oh no, that's Helix. They got Helix Mattress, I guess, and then they've got
Why are we shilling
BitMod.
something else?
I don't know because we don't have sponsors, so
We have a
Well, we
sponsor.
could,
yeah, we have Martin Mancini, but I mean I don't know if he's sponsoring this one, so we're just going to read everybody else's ad reads that I have memorized.
and
Go
look, if we're
go
gonna
sponsor.
shill,
Go subscribe to these guys. Maybe they'll give us money.
if we're gonna shill for anybody, we could at least shill for the moist one.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. You guys love him. I like him. Let's go.
You can also get your start on gunsmithing at SDI, the Severe Desert Institute.
Don't bring firearms into this
use,
shite.
use code Herrera.
I don't think he has a code.
He does. Well, I mean, not really, but by the way, if any of you lovely, lovely people live in Texas
No,
District
no,
23,
no,
No. No.
no.
Shut the fudge up, trucker. I'll kick you.
oh come on.
It violates rule number 1. What the hell was that?
I don't know. He left.
Oh yeah? So anyway, thank you all for being here. We're very grateful to have you. Flame's an idiot. He kicked me. I have control over the show. He does not need to have... He doesn't need to be here. I'm the only one that's here. That doesn't make any sense. Is everybody just going to keep getting kicked? Yeah, Flame has decided to start a kick war, so Monera is the only one in the chat. So I'm just going to end this by saying thank you all very much. I cannot believe Flame has no idea that I am in complete control of this recording. In fact, I'll just remind him. Oh, Flame's lying to Trucker about kicking him. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching. Share our content. Have a good one. Adios.